Canada and Mexico moved to legalize marijuana, but the UN says no, because countries still have mommies and daddies. Before Canada, Mexico, or any other country can legalize marijuana across their respective nation, these nations must first show the United Nations General Assembly how they plan to make it happen while remaining in compliance with several international drug treaties. A briefing memo sent to the Canadian Prime Minister, obtained by the Canadian press, suggests that the northern nation will have to divulge its plan to legalize, regulate, and restrict access to marijuana without violating 3 treaties, all of which make the possession and manufacture of the cannabis plant illegal for recreational purposes worldwide. International law expert Errol Mendez says the Canadian government will have to explain its tale as to why it feels it has to do it. And the outcome, even if the debate is highly successful, will result in many years before marijuana legalization sees the light of day. Then it goes on to say, this note implies that other countries that are interested in reforming their drug laws will also have to go the same route to plead their case. Because not only do we have government, but government has government that has government. Mind you, this same UN that's telling us we can't legalize marijuana is the same UN that was plagued last year and in the previous decades with sex abuse scandals. Allegations of rape and other sexual abuses go back at least 2 decades. And led the UN to barring its peacekeepers from buying sex in 2003, and finally enacting a zero-tolerance policy for sexual abuse in 2005. And there have been accusations since then, but recent investigations have indicated that a reported number of sexual abuse and rape cases have been vastly underreported. The latest report implicated UN troops in the rape of a 12-year-old girl in August. According to an investigation by Amnesty International, a soldier in a UN uniform raped a girl behind a truck during a search. And the worst part is not only is this happening, but most of the sexual abuse by these peacekeepers often goes unpunished. So apparently it's okay to rape and sexually abuse people, but smoking weed isn't. The UN has got to be the biggest fucking hypocrites in the entire world. Let me say that one more time. Apparently sexual abuse and rape is okay, but fucking smoking weed isn't. The UN is just the poster boy these days for corruption and authority. And I think it's absolutely fucking ridiculous that countries need to ask for permission from the UN to legalize something in their country. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. So I guess my next question would be, does that mean that Colorado is in violation of the UN for its current marijuana laws? Is the United States in violation of the UN for the current marijuana laws in Colorado, Washington, and other states? And why is it that the UN is fucking with Mexico and Canada, but not the US? In closing today, apparently anybody in the position of authority is a complete fucking hypocrite. And the Hypocrite Award of the Month goes to the fucking UN.
And if you do, then I will take a sentence. When blood clot, you know where we come from. Well, let me smoke.